to the Beehive on the Social Bee Show. When you do the common things in life in an uncommon way, you will demand the attention of the world. Zarpa's Purses and Accessories is a luxury lifestyle purses and accessories storefront straight out of the city of Detroit. Please help me in giving a warm welcome to Miss Tracy Garley, CEO and owner of Zarpa's Purses and Accessories. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you doing? I'm fine.
Good, that's good, that's good. So as you know, it's a ritual. I like to do this thing, you can catch more bees with honey.
Okay.
So I like to play this little thing called sticky situations.
Sticky situation.
So I'm gonna throw a couple hot topics at you.
Okay.
You just give me your opinion on them, tell me how you feel about them, I'll tell you how I feel. We go from there. How's that sound?
That's fair.
Alright, so our first one, Chris Brown and his little baby girl, royalty.
Lord Jesus, Chris Brown. Well, with that, first of all, I'm happy for him that he even came out as a man and said, yes, that's my baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel so bad for Karrueche. Like, she's been through so much with him, and
Right.
he just played her like that. So
Right, and it's so funny because I look at it like, dang, y'all just on again, off again, on again, off again.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're just like a slap in the face, like, oh, and by the way,
I'm having a baby. Oh, I have a baby.
I fathered an unplanned, baby, so.
I think that was just really, bold on his part. But then it makes her grow as a woman and learn from her mistake. Like, you can't always try to love somebody. You gotta love yourself first, because he just let the whole world know how much he don't care about her. Because if he cared about somebody, you would have thought about, oh, what happened if she found out, oh, it's 9 months later and I have a baby, or I have to tell you on social media. Like, that's disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful, but the one thing that I will give him, you are trying to move your baby girl and her mother closer to you.
Yes, so that's him being a man. So hopefully, maybe with this situation, he can learn, and his next girlfriend, whoever she might be, can understand, like, he's still growing and he got to find love too. But
Definitely. Yeah, Karrueche right now, she's kind of like, I don't know. And in that sense, I feel like you really can't blame her, because we've been in this relationship. We've been in this relationship for years. Like, I've been with you and you left me to go back to your ex-girlfriend, for you to come back to me, for you to leave me, for then you to disrespect me on social media once we had this big old blowout. Because not to mention, you put my business out there that I was talking to Drake.
right.
Okay, now you put a slap in my face that you have a baby girl. And everybody's talking because she's pretty much saying it's hard for me to hold her, because I felt like we were going to welcome in our first child together. So to see it, do you feel like she's going to take him back?
Honestly, I kind of feel like she will. It's like a 50-50 chance, because she really do love him. And I just feel like she's probably going to take the time off, get herself together. But if he just promised her he won't do it again, I think she would take him back. But she need to put herself first and not worry about Chris Brown. So it's her life. So
I honestly feel like she just need a break. I feel like you need a break, because I feel like your world is his world. You don't, on social media, you have your own set of friends, you doing your own thing, kudos. But in reality, we know you because you're Chris Brown's girlfriend. And to me, I feel like just take a step away. Number one, honey, you gonna get so much more work done. That modeling thing for you, I see it. You doing it. Do it.
Focus on Karrueche, not Chris Brown and Karrueche. And as women, we have to learn how to focus on ourselves, than trying to find a man and grabs our attention, and next thing you know, we like, oh, I'm so in love, and you forget about what was your 5-year plan and your goal or purpose in life. And she wasted 4 years of her life and don't have a ring, don't have a baby, all she had is a slap in the face. So
doggy.
And
a doggy. She has a little doggy.
Okay, and the ring, I think he gave her a ring after he put that drink on the glass. So.
I would say, I won't necessarily say she wasted her life, but instead I would really say she learned.
Yep.
Like that was 4 years for you to constantly fall on your face, to keep getting up and to constantly learn. Because if she leaves him and is really like, I can't do this anymore, she's going to find that happiness, because now she's going to know how.
She know her standards, and she know what to take from a guy and what not to take from a guy. As women, we all go through that. We have that one guy where it's like, oh, I'm not gonna call him no more, I'm not talking to him no more. As soon as he's called, it's like, you just forget about everything. It's like, okay, baby, let's talk about this situation, and then we in love again. So it's just life.
It's just a revolving door. That hopefully, maybe.
We're praying for Karrueche though. So.
We trying. Big ups to you, Karrueche. Got you. Now, getting on to something that's a little more lighthearted.
Okay.
The Teletubbies are returning.
I heard about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
What? Okay, wait. First of all, what is a Teletubby? Let's talk about that. What is a Teletubby? Because growing up, yeah, you watch it, but then it's like this little Martian kind of thing with a little baby son up here. Like, what are we calling a What is that like?
See, I didn't know that much about Teletubbies until I
Okay.
came to the States in 2001. And I used to see, of course, on PBS, and I would just browse through the channel and watch maybe like 10 or 20 movies, but I wasn't a fan, so.
You might get to see, I had a Lala back first.
Oh.
And I had a pole, but I was serious with the Teletubbies. Like, they meant something. But I will let y'all know that little baby was a little creepy. Like, where does baby and the sun come from? But they're returning. It's kind of, I wonder how much of an impact
It's gonna make other kids. Maybe it's good because nowadays kids are like, listen to everything else besides Teletubbies and Caillou or Arthur. So I miss shows like that for little kids. So now maybe that's a good comeback for the generation behind us and the other generations. So
wonderful. I hope. Because like I say, little kids now, they don't watch that.
they be too grown at the age of 6.
They too busy telling me about loving hip hop and why Yandy left her husband and Rashida and her man can't get it together. Excuse me, you're 8.
Why
I'm gonna need you to
are
act
you
8.
watching that? It's not even PG. So why do you mean? Where's your parents? So.
And that's where it goes back to, where are your parents? Because, what's his name? DC Young Fly.
Okay.
Young Fly DC. He's a comedian.
Okay.
Very Instagram famous, very wide known. Like, he does well. Well, he wound up making a post.
Okay.
And on his post, he was like, I guess the parent, like, kept on saying to him, you got my child kicked out of school because of his whole little saying, like when he said, like, the F-bomb and everything else. But it's kind of like, he made a good point. Why is your child even watching my videos? Because number one, this is on Instagram.
Yeah, why do your child even have an Instagram?
Let's go there.
It's sad not to just tell people, like, don't try to blame other people about your kids doing something, because you have to be alert with kids because they try to outsmart you. And you have to, make sure you have them in the right place and the time. Like, okay, such and such was growing up. I came from school, did my homework, read a book, got ready for school for the whole weekend. And on the weekend, I would go with my parents or my grandparents' house or go to church. Now you see kids, they come from school, barely doing homework, on social media, cussing each other out on Facebook, or want to go to these little parties trying to be grown. It's like, just stay in a child's place. Your time's gonna
Just
come.
grow.
Just grow, because
like, they don't understand once you grow up. It's like,
Jesus, I'm telling you, this growing up life, because I was like, I can't wait to be 18. I can't wait to be 21, and now I'm like 26. I'm like, oh, time is flying.
honey,
So,
I'm ready to sit down. Like, I'm getting ready to graduate college, so I know.
yes.
Just be a child. Just please, like, let's just be little kids. And it's so funny because that's how my grandmother is. Like, when my little sister comes home from school, go do your homework. Don't let it be my little, I got all these problems. I gotta take a nap. I just had such a long day.
And it's like, what?
What you do? You sat in somebody's classroom in a little lunch, went play recess. What did you do?
That's all we ask you to do is bring home good grades. Like, I remember when I used to bring home good grades, my parents would surprise me with like a basket with just stuff that I like, or maybe some money, or tell me how much they appreciate it, because your parents want to see you do better, because all they're doing is putting food on the table for you, putting clothes on your back, making sure you have somewhere to stay. And
Make sure you're safe.
yes, and all you gotta do is make them proud and just say, I'm a kid, I appreciate you, mom and dad, and let's go. So Teletubbies, I'm happy they're coming back, so hopefully it'll be a good impact on the youth and the younger kids behind us. So just make them stay in the child's place and grow up and not too fast.
Yes, Teletubbies. Let's see, but please, not the sun baby. Please don't get those.
So maybe they're gonna edit that out. We should write them a letter.
And then what's their language?
I don't know.
Like, you really paid attention. They really only said, you know what? I'm just gonna get off the Teletubbies because it's so much as you're an adult. It's like, let's really study this. Like, and I was so into it. Now I look at it like, that wasn't for you. That wasn't for you. So, as you know, pop stars, they always into something. It's a drug problem. It's a drinking problem.
It's
going
something.
freaking. You got your twerk fest going on. It's something. Well, here's our next big pop diva, Miss Taylor Swift.
Uh-oh.
Honey, Taylor Swift has a porn problem. So would you say that this is something that's just another escapade, like you just trying to gain your street cred, or like what is it?
I don't know. Taylor Swift, she's different. I like her. I like her music.
I do.
She's really smart. I mean, she date all these guys and talk bad about them and good, and she make millions. So shout out to Taylor. Maybe I should be a singer too. But with her having a porn problem, I don't know. Does she like watch it every day, or
She obsessed with it. But you know what? I can't fault Taylor. I won't call it a problem because number one, like you said, you get these different men and you know all of these different views. Most of them are entertainers. Y'all had this big old breakup, and honey, Taylor ain't got no shame in her game when she telling y'all I left him
for somebody
else. He was doing this and he was doing that. So to me, I feel like you can't fault her for having a porn problem because in reality, this might be her only means of getting it on. And you don't know how stressed out she is, and maybe that's her stress reliever. So power to.
So did she come out and just say I have a problem with porn?
People, do you know? They not immediate. You just bust her on out, and then it's like, Taylor Swift, that's a porn problem. I don't think it's a problem because.
I mean, I think, me and my friend was just talking a couple of weeks ago, and she was like, oh, it's this guy, you know, he don't smoke, he don't drink. I was like, well, if he don't do that, he probably he likes sex or have a porn problem. So it's society. Everybody likes something that they like, and you don't like it. So if she's watching porn every day and not hurting your life or nothing, let her live. That's what she like, and that's what makes her happy.
Let her live. And
So,
to be honest, she done probably had a couple drinks, you know, a little hot something. So that's probably why at the end of her partying experience,
right,
she's ready to get it on. And I mean, I would rather see you getting it on with your toys than you getting it on with these random men you bring home.
And at least she's not, hopefully she'll have a sex tape out, maybe.
Okay.
So shout out to Taylor. I mean, she's just living her life. She's what, 26 or 25, and she's a huge celebrity. So, but you know how the media.
And they come with a lot. So power to you, Tay. Do what you gotta do. More power definitely to Taylor. You know, for their porn problem, that's fine. But on to something a little different. About our women, our African American women of today's society, because you are an African American woman, you have your own business. So where do you see with that?
Right now, first of all, I would just like to, give it up to our First Lady, Miss Michelle Obama. I see her just as an example as African American women that's doing it. And sometimes the media don't focus on the women that's actually doing things. They always want to try to bring us down.
Right.
So just looking at Michelle and her being like a role model to a lot of women that's just breaking boundaries. I just want to give it up to us because we come from a long way and we still have long ways to go, but people are not looking at us like that. Even though people have women, they don't know where to go because they didn't grow up with their mother in their household. So therefore it's easier for them to just say, okay, I'm just gonna be a stripper, or I'm just gonna go out and sleep for money or wear these tight clothes because they don't have that example. And for us being fortunate enough to have our mothers and fathers in the household, that makes us stand out more because we have the home training, and it's our opportunity and duty to help those behind us. Right. So I just think with the African American women, we stand at a standard because guys, even white men, they love African American women.
Honey, say it again.
Girl, they love me some chocolate, brown skin, whatever. Even the hair. I remember I went to Atlanta a couple of weeks ago, and they were just in love with my hair and my skin. And it's crazy because a lot of Caucasian girls try to be like us. They want to get that tan, they want to get the extensions, even want to work out, get the booty and all that. So African American women, we are the number one race that people are trying to be, and sometimes they just misunderstand it. And I just think with the women, especially I know Detroit, just being the number one comeback city, a lot of women are going into business, they're believing in themselves, they want to just keep their power going.
Right.
So I just think we just need to focus more on the positivity that women that's doing, because there's lawyers out here. The first she's African Liberian, she was the first woman president. And now hopefully Hillary doing, even though she's not African, but she's a woman. So just as women in general, we just need to be there for each other. We need to support each other if it's a positive moment. And if you just see somebody that's doing something negative, try to talk to them. Like sometimes girls, all they need is just somebody to talk to. If they don't have nobody to talk to, that's how they go into doing things they're not supposed to be doing. So I just think our women, we other, support and empower and inspire each other. We'd be good.
Definitely, and to piggyback off of that, not only supporting and empowering one another, but definitely surrounding yourself by like-minded individuals.
Yes.
Your vibe attracts your tribe.
That's true.
So as a woman, if you say, I want to own my own business, you're not going to own your own business and you hanging around with all the entertainers, all the adult entertainers. You're not getting that business. See, you own your own business because you're hanging around with the other women who have businesses with the other women trying to do so much more. So, it gives the opportunity that just says, okay, hey, what are we looking for?
Yes, and that's so true because my friends, my circle changed in the past 3 years. Definitely. From graduating from college to just coming back to the city, I just started going to different networking events, and I started meeting so many like-minded people. And some people I've only known for a year or two. It felt like I've known them for like my whole life.
Right.
Because once you guys are on the same path, you all have that like-minded mindset, everything is just like smooth down. Like my business partner, I met her last year. She would think I met her like I've been knowing her my whole life.
Right.
So I just like to surround myself like you said, because you are who you're trying to be, and first and best class together.
Exactly.
So if you're the smartest one in your group, you have to revival your group and try to do something different. Like just hang around people that want to see you do better, that uplift you. Like, hey, I have like my best friend Lauren came up with an idea of personality. She was like, I think this would be an awesome, campaign for the summer. Like, come to Zarkus and find your personality, like a person that matches your personality. And I thought it was pretty cool to have people that's always thinking about different marketing strategies for your business. Because if you just hang around somebody else, they'll be like, I don't care. I mean, I could go get my personal Macy or somewhere else, and I have a store, and you can't even support me. So it goes a long way. And I tell people, support us, and then you have to comment cash on by one person. Like, just tell people about the store, hashtag. She even has my business website on Instagram, and I thought that was pretty cool because just little stuff like that make people like, okay,
look and supporting and like your group friends, my group friends, I love them to death because it was like, coming into it, it's like, yeah, these my friends, and it's so, as I've grown, I've learned, no, these my party friends, but my friends, those are my real friends, those are my like-minded individuals that we can constantly,
and they turn into sisters. It's not even friends no more, because it's like you can just vibe, you guys think about the same thing, and it's like, where have you been all my life? But God has a timing, and certain people just come in your life, certain people in your life for a season, for a reason, and for your whole life. You just gotta, you can't, because I used to question like, oh my God, why this person been in my life? And it's like, no, you guys are not on the same level. Y'all like, it's you doing this and that, and this person's doing that and that. So you just gotta keep going
and continue on. I'm with that. I would definitely say this sticky situation was honey.
It was a lot,
but it was good.
It was
good from the Taylor, from the Tubbies,
to Chris Brown,
and the Carucci. We with it. All right, but we definitely have to take a very quick break, so don't hit that pause button because once we return, we are going to learn a little bit more about Miss Tracy and her lovely boutique. So when we come back, stay tuned. So welcome back. We're here with a very beautiful city girl with big dreams, Miss Tracy Garley. So let's talk a little bit more about Zarkus.
Yes.
It's an accessories, it's a purses, boutique.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
So Zarkus is actually my grandmother's name from West Africa, Liberia.
Okay.
And it means debt free.
Okay.
So when I was coming up with the name, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to make my store? Because as a business owner, you want to be unique. You want to stand out. So I told my mom, actually my dad came up and said, he's like, you should name the store Zarkus. And I'm like, that's a good idea. It's just different. And he was like, oh my God, how you spell it? And it's just Zarkps. So once we opened up the store in 2011, it was in Inkster, and we was just like, let's just specialize in purses and accessories, and let's see how we can just be unique and just sell elegant, classy, funky, but still like sexy bags to bring out your personality. And 2011, we came out with Zarkus. And next thing you know, I was on my college campus in Michigan State selling purses out my trunk. And people thought I was crazy, but I was like, you know what? My parents can send me money back back from home, so I have to,
Exactly.
I gotta hustle. And ever since then, Zarkers just started picking up. In 2014, we moved downtown.
Okay.
And I just think doors just started opening once I just came downtown in Detroit, especially because Detroit raised me. I was born in Liberia, but came in Detroit when I was 11. So I just felt like just building a brand like that, Zarkers, is something I wanted to keep my grandmother legacy going, and I wanted her to know that we still think about you. I'm proud to be your granddaughter, and Zarkers is actually my native name for my dearest. So, and I have a little sister. She looked up to me, and I was like, you know what? This is a brand that we're building to empower and inspire young women. Just that you can do it whatever you put your mind to. You just gotta be positive and be patient. And God's gonna open so many doors. So Zarkers it's just been blowing up ever since. So just because I have so many people that's been there
and helping and supporting. Plus, definitely wonderful. Now that I did, because you are located in downtown Detroit. Because as you all can see, we're in her lovely store now. Why this for your storefront? Why did you want to be in Detroit out of every other place that you could have been? Why here?
Actually, the crazy story is we was gonna move down the street like Wednesday, Maytime. But I think God just had a better plan for us, and my parents were walking down the street and they saw a police sign and called a young lady, and next thing you know, 3 weeks later we was moving in. But it was crazy. A year ago when I graduated from college, I was running down the riverfront and just having a conversation with God, like, I want to store downtown. And then City Girl Big Dreams, it just popped up on my head. I'm like, that's who I am. I want to be in the city. And I just saw so much changes was coming to Detroit. And I was like, you know what? When my parents told me, I just fell in love with the location. And I came and saw it. And I was like, yep, this is the storefront. This is where we're going to be, in the heart of downtown Detroit. And when I tell people that, they be like, oh my God, we didn't know you was this close. And I'm like, just God. You just got to speak into existence.
Definitely. So thus far, as a business owner, what challenges have you faced?
Whew. Lord Jesus, we be here all day right now. But I faced a few challenges, but that's what makes you a successful person. Like, one, just dealing with people when they see, first, I'm a woman. Second, I'm young, I'm under 30. And I'm African American, so those are like 3 boundaries when people come and walk in your store. Like,
exactly,
they'll always think, oh, whose store is this? Is this, are you working for somebody else? Somebody thought it was a Lebanese store one time. I was like, African American people can run businesses. So one of the challenges would just be like, in Detroit, we're labor. A lot of people like everything that's labeled, and when they come in here, it's just like, how do I tell somebody, like, oh, is this a Michael Kors? And I'm like, no, it's not. It's just a unique purse store. So I just had to find my niche and find my clientele.
Right.
And most of my clientele are people who are unique. People don't care about the brand; they just care about how the purse look on it. And if they love it, they're gonna get it. Like, so my challenge was just getting people in here to say, look, this is not a branding store.
Definitely.
This is just a unique, elegant store where you can come and find a purse that matches your personality. And just another one would just be during the winter. We all know people don't shop in the winter. We are always online. So we're building our online website. So we just started having different events over the holidays to just bring in the customers. And with that event, we'll have sales, or we'll partner up with different organizations around the city. And that's all just once you have a business, you got to think outside the box. Because everybody else is a competition to you, and you don't know what this person is planning on doing. So I just try to just stick in my niche and pay attention to what I'm doing, and read different books just to see, okay, what's my marketing strategy? How am I going to get these walk-in in here when they have different concerts or different events that's going on downtown, or just with the flyer, am I going to go down campus marshal, pass out flyers? And the challenge is, it builds you, it makes you better.
Right.
And I've been here for a year, and my challenge is just telling people who I am and where I'm located, and it's doing great job from here. Yeah, and I'm just going to the top with some beautiful, successful people.
Wonderful. Now, speaking of competition, do you find there to be more competition within this area, or do you find that your competition is more so within the malls? And
my competition is definitely in the malls, because it's not too many storefront that's downtown right now. Back in the day it was. So with the new Detroit coming back, I'm glad to say, like, I'm one of the first retail store that's downtown and that's coming back. So yes, our competition is the mall, but I try to just always shop local, support support your community. And even with the malls, not trying to talk down on anybody in the mall, shout out to everybody in the mall. Because that's a lot of work too, dealing with just big brands. And I'm just a baby brand that's growing up and trying to build I'm trying to build my clientele and build my brand. So I just, I try to do unique stuff. Like if I have an event, I'm going to do a giveaway, or I try to just partner with just different people, because people like to see that. Like I just had an event with BJ for opening day. Okay. And that was a huge success because he brought different people out, and I had different people. And I think the more you work with each other, the more your brand will expand. And sometimes I try not to think about the competition, but of course it's there. Right. But you just got to be unique and just be different and just try to stand out where nobody else want to think about going to the mall. They be like, oh, like I had a lady that came here Saturday last week, and she's like, I wasn't here. She was like, no, they FaceTime. It was like, Tracy, how long are you gonna be? I want to see you. So once you have that customer experience, like you gotta have customer service. Is important in any business. Like if your service are bad, nobody gonna spend money with you. So I just try to have a good customer service and make sure my customers are back.
Wonderful. Now tell us some of the things we can find. Okay. Because I see purses, I see jewelry.
Yes.
Tell us, like, what can they find here?
So Zarfa is just like a one-stop shop. You have unique purses, clutches, body chain, jewelry.
I know y'all got a body chain.
Yes,
trendy.
Summer is coming, so make sure to come get your body chain at Zarfa's. And of course, we open up the Beauty Love, where we have vintage clothing from Flake Cupcake, and we just sell unique bags and jumpsuit as well. Shorts is coming in, and of course we're doing our pop-up shop. So our first meal pop-up we do every day. So if you know any designers or somebody that's doing something, you want to uplift them. We want them to come have a pop-up at Zarfa's, where it's like, hey, come check out this cool spot where my product's gonna be sold. And just anything else, we just like to bring that fancy and fabulous black excellent out of you, and just come check us out.
Yes. So come on down. I'm here, so therefore there's no reason why you can't be here. Now, what advice can you give to someone who may be just like you, starting out in the trunk of their car, whether they making some cupcakes, they selling some purses, you making some shirts? What advice can you give to a young business owner?
My advice will first just know your niche. Know what you want to do, and be patient. Pray and be specific about what you pray about. And just do whatever you want to do. Because I remember when I started, people was looking at me like I was crazy. They was giving me all these advice. But hang around like-minded people, hang around business people, go on Eventbrite, look at different events that's going on that actually has business owners that's speaking on the panel, because that's what I did. It's like I want to learn more about, of course, with the marketing, the social marketing, and just networking, because your network is your net worth. So you have to know people that's in your field. So if you're doing a cupcake, go to a cupcake place and see how they're doing with their business. If you want to do a purse or a boutique, whatever, just go to a boutique and see how they're doing the display or what they're doing to just bring in traffic. And just be true to yourself, because sometimes people think running a business because they see somebody else doing what they're doing. You have to know exactly what you want and be true to yourself and the people around you, because truth will set you free. And just stay humble.
Wonderful. I love those kind words. We are unfortunately all out of time, but I definitely want to say thank you so much for this, because I felt like it was not only enlightening to me, but it was enlightening to my viewers, and that's what the social media is all about. So thank you so much. If you want to learn more about Zarfa's purses and accessories, check out their Instagram at Zarfa's Boutique. Always remember, be honest, be humble, be you. I'm your host, Sydney